Hi, welcome to Maggie Chats Books. Today I'm going to do my TBR for Mercedes at Mercy's Bookish Musings Read-a-Thon that she's doing later this month. She gave 4 challenges and 2 bonus challenges, so I will show you what I'm going to read. The first challenge is to read a gothic or spooky novel, so I'm going to read Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This book was recommended to me by my daughter, who had this as a required reading in school last year or the year before. She says it was quite good, and it was also different than what they portrayed Frankenstein to be in the movie and his monster, and that there's no Igor. So I thought I would read this one for that challenge. The second challenge is to read a nonfiction book that has an autumnal feel, and I chose Undefeated by David Shinkin, and this is a true story of Jim Thorpe, but the thing that makes me feel like fall and autumn for this book is that it's about American college football, which is always played in the autumn, and it's kind of a feeling that I always have when I think of football, and I thought I would give this one a read for that challenge. The third challenge is to read a book that takes place in a cold location, so I decided to read Terra Incognita by Sarah Wheeler, and this is a book about Antarctica. It is a nonfiction book about the author's experiences when she went to work in Antarctica for, I believe, a year, and I figure there's no colder place than Antarctica. The fourth challenge is to read historical fiction, so I chose The Underground Railroad by Colston Whitehead. This book takes place in the south of the United States while slavery was still active, and it deals with the Underground Railroad, which helped slaves escape slavery. I started this on audiobook in August, but I got it from the library and the time expired before I could finish it. I only got probably what would be equivalent to 100 pages, so I thought I would finish it with a book. I do recommend the audiobook. The narrator was very good, and it's not an easy read or easy listen. It is about slavery. The first 100 pages were still taking place on the plantation and talked about horrific environment and treatment of the slaves. It hadn't gotten to the actual escape yet, but I thought it would be a good historical fiction to read this month. The first bonus challenge is to read a short story collection, so I decided to read What the World Will Look Like When All the Water Leaves Us by Laura Vandenberg, and this is a short story collection. I believe that was recommended a couple months ago by Mercedes or Jen Campbell. I'm not sure who, but I don't know much more about it other than it's a short story collection that they recommended. So I got this probably a couple months ago and thought I would add this one to the challenge. And the last bonus challenge is to read an adult novel with a young female protagonist. I took another recommendation from Mercedes and chose The Particular Sadness of Lemon Cake by Amy Bender. And that book is about a young girl who feels emotion. Sorry about the airplanes today. The book is about a young girl who experiences emotions through food, and her mother makes a lemon cake, so I think that's the basis for the sadness. Don't know much more about that other than it was recommended by Mercedes, so since this is her challenge, I'm going to take some of her recommendations. So that's what I'm going to do for the read-a-thon at the end of the month. Please let me know what you're reading. If you've already done a video, please link it below so I can watch it. That is all for now. I will talk to you later. Goodbye.